Hello students, welcome back to my another class of accountancy. So today in this class I am going to solve another sum of Colson area, and in this question we will see the balance sheet also. How balance sheet is prepared we will see in this question. So let's see the question. So the question is, Sunflower Limited was registered with a nominal capital of rupees 5 lakhs divided into equity shares of rupees 10 each. The company invited applications for the issue of 12,000 equity shares of rupees 10 each at par. Payable rupees 3 on application, rupees 4 on allotment, and the balance on first and final call. All the shares were fully subscribed and allotted on first and final call. A shareholder holding 1,000 shares failed to pay the call money. Pass the entries in the books of the company and prepare the balance sheet. Now let's understand the question. Sunflower Limited is the name of our company, was registered with a nominal capital of rupees 5 lakh. This is the registered capital, or you can say this is the nominal capital or the authorized capital, 5 lakhs divided into equity shares of rupees 10 each. The company invited applications for the issue of 12,000 equity shares. So the company has invited application to the issue of 12,000 equity shares of rupees 10 each. 12,000 equity shares of rupees 10 each at par. Shares are issued at par. And now see the application. On application, the company has collected rupees 3 on allotment, rupees 4, and the balance on the first and final call. So what is the balance amount? 4 plus 3, 7, and 10 minus 7, 3. So 3 is the balance on first and final call. All the shares were fully subscribed and allotted. So all the shares were fully subscribed and allotted. Now what happens? See, on first and final call, a shareholder, this one shareholder holding 1,000 shares, that shareholders holding 1,000 shares. So these shareholders has failed to pay the call money. So these shareholders, what he did, he failed to pay the call money. Now see in this question, so what at the written, pass the entries in the books of the company and prepare the balance sheet. See, here it is written to pass the entries and to prepare the balance sheet. In this question, interest on calls in area is not written. So if it is not mentioned in the question, then just ignore. No need to give interest on calls in area. If it is mentioned in the question, then you will give. If it is not mentioned in the question, then just ignore it. So let's solve the question. This is the format of our journal entry. First of all, we are required to prepare the format of the journal entry, and in the format we should write the name of the company and the below journal, and we will write the name of each columns, and then we will start giving the entries. So our first entry is receiving of application money. The company's nominal, or you can say authorized capital, is 5 lakhs, but the company has issued only 12,000 shares. So our issued shares is 12,000. So we will do it with 12,000. So first of all, we will give the receiving entry of application money. So the receiving entry of application money is bank account debit to equity share application account. As the class of our shares is equity, so we will write equity share application account. Bank account debit to equity share application account. Bank account debit to equity share application account. So see the numbers of shares. Numbers of shares is 12,000 multiplied by 3. So 12,000 multiplied by 3 is 36,000. Bank is debited as amount is received by the bank, that is cash comes in, and the amount so received by the bank is against equity share application. So we have credited equity share application. Bank account debit to equity share application account. This is the receiving entry of application money. Now we will write the narration. Being the equity share application money received on, so numbers of shares is 12,000 at the rate of rupees 3 per share of rupees 10 each. Shares are issued at par of rupees 10 each. So this is the first journal entry. Now what we will going to do next? We will going to transfer this application money to equity share capital account. So the next entry is transfer of the application money to equity share capital account. So our next entry is, so we will transfer this application money to equity share capital account. So equity share application account debit to equity share capital account. So the numbers of shares is 12,000 and it is the money so collected by the as against applications is rupees 3. So 12,000 multiplied by 3 is 36,000. This 36,000 is transferred to the application to share capital account. Application money is transferred to the share capital account. Now we'll write the narration. Being equity share application money transferred to share capital account on 12,000 shares at the rate of rupees 3 per share of rupees 10 each as per board's resolution number ... So see, this is the transfer entry of application money to capital account. So these two, first of all, these two entries are for application. First of all, the company has received the application money and then it is transferred to the capital account. So clear? Next the company will make call for the allotment, that is will give the due entry for allotment. So the due entry for allotment. So the company will give the due entry for allotment. Equity share allotment account debit to equity share capital account. Equity share capital account. So what is the numbers of shares? Numbers of shares in our question is 12,000 and the money collected by the company on allotment rate is 4. 12,000 multiplied by 4 is 48,000. So this is the due entry for allotment, that is equity share allotment account debit to equity share capital account. Numbers of shares is 12,000 and the rate of allotment is 4. 12,000 multiplied by 4, that is 48,000. Now we will write the narration. Being the allotment money due, it is a due entry, due on 12,000 shares at the rate of rupees 4 per share of rupees 10 each as per board's resolution number dated ... So see, this is the due entry for allotment. Now the company will give the receive entry, receive of allotment money. Now they will give the receive entry. So the receive entry for allotment. As in the question it is said that all the shareholders have paid the allotment money. So we will multiply the whole amount 12,000 with 4. No problem in here because all the shareholders have paid the allotment money. So bank account debit to equity share allotment account. Now what is the rate? 12,000 multiplied by 4, that is 48,000. See, all the shareholders has paid the allotment money. Now we'll give the narration. Being the allotment money received on 12,000 shares at the rate of rupees 4 per share of rupees 10 each. So this is the receiving allotment money entry. So in this entry we have seen the company has received the allotment money. Now we will make due call for first and final call. So the next entry is the due entry for first and final call. So what is the entry will be? Equity share first and final call account debit equity share first, because it is the last installment money, so we will write first and final call. Equity share first and final call account debit to equity share capital account. So what is the numbers of shares? 12,000, and the rate of first and final call is rupees 3, that is 36,000. So we'll write the narration. Being the first and final call money due on 12,000 shares at the rate of rupees 3 per share of rupees 10 each as per board's resolution number ... not given in the question, resolution number, so we are putting dot, resolution number ... dated ... So see, this is the due entry of first and final call. Now the company will receive the money of first and final call. Now we will give the entry of receiving money entry of first and final call. So the receiving entry is, so as in the question it is said that one shareholder who was holding 1,000 shares, he didn't pay the first and final call money. So in this entry what will come? The money. So the money not paid by the shareholders when called, it's called calls in arrear. So here the calls in arrear entry will come. Bank account debit. Now student, see carefully this entry. Total numbers of shares 12,000. Okay, and one shareholder, he was holding 1,000 shares, he didn't pay the first and final call. See, 12,000 minus 1,000, these shareholders has not paid the first and final call. So our numbers of shares now will be 11,000 multiplied by 3. Okay, 33,000. So the numbers of shares 1,000. This 1,000 shares money is not received by the company. So this is calls in arrear. Account debit. Now 1,000 shares. 1,000 multiplied by 3, that is 3,000. Clear? 3,000. To equity share first and final call count. So here will be 36,000. See the entry. In this entry, share we have received the amount of 11,000 shares and 1,000 shares shareholders has not paid the first and final call money. So 1,000 is calls in is our calls in arrear. 1,000 multiplied by 3,000. See, calls in arrear account is debited here. Now we will write the narration. Being equity share first and final call money received on 11,000 shares at the rate of rupees 3 per share of rupees 10 each, and the amount on 1,000 shares debited to calls in arrear account for non-payment of call money. See the narration. Being equity share first and final call money received on 11,000 shares. We have received for 11,000 shares at the rate of rupees 3 per share of rupees 10 each, and the amount on 1,000 shares debited to calls in arrear account for non-payment of call money. So this is the journal entry for calls in arrear. Now student, we will see the balance sheet. As in our question, it is said that we will prepare first of all journal and then we will give the balance sheet. So see, this is the format of balance sheet. This is a revised format of our balance sheet. At the above we will write balance sheet of the name of the company Sunflower Limited, and below as on. Here date is not mentioned in the question, so I put dot. If it is mentioned in the question, then please write the date here. First column is the particulars, then next is the note number and amount, and the last column is also the amount. So in the balance sheet, in this format of balance sheet, first of all the head is equity and liabilities. The first head is equities and liabilities. We will write here equities and liabilities. Equities and liabilities. So our first head is equities and liabilities. Now under this head equities and liabilities, the subhead is shareholders fund. Shareholders funds. Okay, equities and liabilities, these are the major heads, and the subhead is shareholders fund. And below this shareholders fund we will write share capital. In the balance sheet, first of all we will show the shared capital. So student, this the amount of the shared capital. We will calculate this share capital in the below, and we will give the note number here. So below the format you will calculate this amount of share capital and you will write the note number here. So I am writing here note of accounts. Note of accounts. Now first of all our note is for share capital. Share capital. Now see what first of all we will write the authorized capital. So in our question the authorized capital is 50,000 equity shares of 10 each. That is our authorized capital is 5 lakh. So we will write here 50,000 equity shares. So class of our shares is equity, 50,000 equity shares of rupees 10 each. So 50,000 equity shares of rupees 10 each is the 5 lakh. Now we will put a dash. Close. We will close this one because this is the authorized capital. Now next our issued and subscribed capital. Issued and subscribed capital. Now see the issued and subscribed capital. The company has issued for 12,000 shares. So our issued and subscribed capital is 12,000. 12,000 equity. 12,000 equity shares of rupees 10 each. So this is our issued and subscribed capital. So issued and subscribed capital is 1,20,000. This is the issued and subscribed capital. Now we'll write the called up and paid up capital. Called up and paid up capital. Now what is the called up and capital? First of all, called up whole 12,000 shares. Whole 12,000 shares are called up. Okay. So we'll write 12,000 equity shares of rupees 10 each. This is the called up capital. This 12,000 equity shares is the called up capital. This is 1,20,000. Now paid up capital. See here in this question, share calls in area is there. That means one shareholder is holding 1,000 shares. He didn't pay the final call. So here we will show the paid up capital. So we will write here less calls in area. So we have calculated in the journal the calls in area is 3,000. Okay, 3,000 is the calls in area. So 1,17,000. This 1,17,000 is the share capital. This 1,17,000 is the share capital. So our notes of account first is note number 1. Here we will write note 1. Note 1. And the amount we have calculated 1,17,000. 1,17,000. We will write here 1,17,000. Okay. Then we will make it total. Total 1,17,000. Okay. Now our second thing in the journal is the cash and cash equivalent. That is, this cash is what? This is the current asset. So it will come under asset in the major heads asset. So our next major head is assets. Okay, our next major head is assets. Okay, now what is the current? We will write here current assets. So asset is the major heads and the subhead is current assets. Now, under current assets, we will write cash and cash equivalents. Cash and cash equivalents. Now, student, how we will find this cash and cash equivalent? Add all the amount received by the bank. Add all the amount received by the bank. That is, first of all, the company has received 36,000 on application. Second, the company has received in our patient 48,000. Okay, 48,000 on allotment. Thirdly, the company has received 33,000 on first and final call. So, plus add these three amount. That is 36,000. I am writing here 36,000 on application and on allotment 48,000 and on first and final call 33,000. Add these three amount, then we will get the balance of cash, that is 1,17,000. So we will total it, then 1,17,000. So this is our balance sheet and this is the note. So student, in this question, in our question, we have find two things, that is share capital and cash equivalent and then Paulson area. So I have mentioned these three things in the balance sheet and nothing more in the question. So I have not added written any other things in the balance sheet. So our main motto of preparing balance sheet is to show these three figures, that is share capital and current assets. Share capital, see, we'll write it note of accounts and we will do it and the below. So this is the balance sheet.